Welcome, Taurus, to my channel, Mending Tree Tarot. This is a love reading for you for the next month. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. So please take what resonates for you, leave the rest behind. I do take pop-outs, which I've done ahead of time. So I've meditated, shuffled, done the whole process, and this is what has come out for you. As I'm laying out what popped out, just a little PSA, just be careful. There are a lot of scammers out there pretending to be people, pretending to be other people, basically, and offering psychic readings, tarot readings, taking people's money, and all of that. And so just so you know, I don't have a social media account linked to this channel. So I personally will never reach out to you directly asking you if you want a reading from me and asking you for money directly that way. I have a donation link down below, but that's the only way. I'm not going to reach out to you. When it comes to other legitimate tarot readers and other people who do self-help and all that kind of thing, just be careful that you are following the links that they have directly from their videos and that their social media accounts are indeed theirs. There's just a lot of people who are duplicating people's social media accounts, pretending to be other people, okay? So just be careful. That being said, getting into your reading, I'm using the True Heart Intuitive Tarot here. I've done a Celtic cross in order to have the cards tell me what it is they want to talk about pertaining to your love life. And the looks of it here, the heart of the matter, you have the 10 of the Wands and you have the Emperor crossing it. So you've really been stressed out and have some real burdens that you have been carrying, but it looks like you have two tens here. So I'm going to say you're ending some kind of cycle. So that's good. That's good. But you're just at the tail end of it though. Okay. So it looks like you're probably pretty tired or have been, but you're at the tail end of it. Although the crossed energy of the Emperor, is suggesting that you are feeling a little indecisive at this moment in time, that you're questioning some movement forward, and actually it is backed up by the fact that you also have two cards that suggest exactly the same thing. You have the Lovers up top, you have the Two of Swords over here. So there seems to be a little bit of indecision or choice that needs to be made, and you're having a hard time making this choice, okay? In your subconscious, what's affecting you, you have the 10 of Swords. Again, alluding to the fact that you're ending a cycle, you're ending a lesson, you've learned something, you're moving on, you're just wrapping things up here, okay, Taurus? So that's great. Know that you're doing good here. But in your past energy, you have the 9 of Discs. So 9 of Pentacles typically is kind of super independent in their energy, able to support themselves. Perhaps you've been pursuing more money, career things, all of that. It's not necessarily saying if you were in a relationship or you are in a relationship that really you've been taking care of yourself. So it doesn't mean that you could not have been in a relationship. It just means that it's this independent self-care, self-taking care of energy that you have been in most recently, okay? You haven't really been depending on somebody else, but I'm going to say the energy is just probably more for my single Taurus. In your present energy, the present moment, we have the Lovers. So yes, this can mean that there is a relationship that you're just getting into, that you're just starting, but I'm more kind of leaning to the other meaning of this card, which can be known as the choice. The choice being something that's happening that's causing you to become more mature in your decisions for your life on what it is that you want. And that's really the energy that I'm getting off of this card for you, right? And then, yeah, that could also mean a person, particular person. However, what I'm going to say is you're making a decision actively about what you want your life to look like, okay? What you want your relationships to look like. And this has to do with what you've been looking at, all right? What you've been working on, the lessons that you've been learning here has really kind of brought you to this culmination point. It's actually a really important, cool card to have right there. is what I'm going to say. Because in your near future here, you have the Four of Wands, the card of celebration, right? Stability. It's about good foundation. This is also alluded, a lot of people refer to it as a halfway to marriage card. So again, the sense of maturity in forward movement is like this adulthood. And you may have been an adult for a very, very long time, but there's still, I feel like there's always still some lessons that we're learning that we are then changing our outlook of what it is that we want. And it looks like you're making some kind of change. That this lesson, this burden, what I'm kind of being told, it has less to do with your actual relationship that you have had, if you've had one, and more having to do with your internal work, your internal lessons that you're learning and are going through right now, and you're making some real progress. Okay, Taurus, so it's looking great, and this can mean that it's going to have a successful outcome to you, and that you may be meeting, if you have not already met somebody, who is going to have a stable relationship with you and have like that secure connection that you want to have with somebody. Okay, so that's an awesome layout. For the advice for yourself in this moment in time, we have the Ace of Swords. So be honest with yourself. Be truthful in what it is that you want with others and with you. I think, again, more importantly, it's communication and honesty with what is really wanted, instead of making it ambiguous and kind of seeing and hearing and taking what you get and that kind of thing. No, like being intentional about your future, being intentional about what it is that you want in your life is the advice to you at this moment, from you to you. Outside influences, you have the Two of Swords. Again, there is this choice. You can continue to stay in this indecisive realm, that there are different options being presented to you on purpose for you to decide what it is that you really want. Okay? And this is really the key to getting through it. The Ace of Swords is that honesty with yourself. But you're being presented two different options here, and you have to decide. In your hopes and fears, you have the Prince of Cups. So really your hope is that this new love is coming your way, that this new offer is going to be coming your way. At the same time, the fear is that this person may not live up to all of your expectations and your hopes and everything that you're wanting them to have. You want them to be solid, and you don't know if they're going to be solid, that you're worried about them being too immature in some way, shape, or form. And so this is kind of the hope and the fear. You want someone to be there and to be with you emotionally, and to kind of come and offer you their cup of love, right? But you also want to be able to feel safe in offering your cup of love with somebody else too. In your outcome, you have two major arcana cards. You have the Hermit and the Justice. What I find interesting, I don't know if you can really see, so the way that they have numerical numbers here, and it's done in a mirrored way, I find that it's actually something like one of the first things that I noticed about these two cards coming out together. What I'm also going to say here is there is a fated element to your outcome. And this is going to require some kind of going within, learning the lessons, but at the same time, being judicious and honest and being well balanced. This also can be two different people coming your way. So the Hermit is Virgo, and then you have Justice, which is Libra. So you might be having a Virgo or Libra kind of showing up here for you as options. So either way, you're making some forward progress. You're really, you're already a super grounded sign anyway. You're an earth sign, Taurus, and you're thoughtful in what it is that you do. You don't move easily, but you've been really doing some inner work, which is gonna be very fortuitous for you in the near future here. So what I'm gonna say is that the universe is really just saying big high fives to you. All right. Job well done. So yeah, you're good, and you're gonna be rewarded for it, which is really great. All right, for the tarot portion, I'm going to leave it there, but I am going to pull an advice card. I'm using Wisdom of the Oracle by Paulette Baron Reed. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What bit of advice do you have for Taurus for this next month? From now until August 24th. We have building blocks. 28. I'm going to read from the book in order to give you a full picture of what it is that they're trying to say. And also I am going to be reading the relationship portion message here. Okay. When you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and genuine desire to know one another. You are moving toward laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. I have to say, that's exactly what your reading was saying. I always love it when it reaffirms the reading. So, okay, Taurus, I think that looks great. I'm good, and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me today. I'm truly grateful. And for more clarification, please check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. If you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel and lets me know it resonates with you. And down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel in that way. It is not expected, but genuinely appreciated if you decide to. Thank you so much, Taurus, and I will see you next time.